Hello, hello. So the app we'll be using is called the Canva app. It's one of the very interesting and very easy app for designing flyer, but not just flyers and other things that we can look at later on. So it is called the Canva app. So the first thing we will learn is that for you to design anything, you look at the size. You will look at the size. The Canva app makes it very easy because it gives different sizes that you can work with. It shows different sizes that you can work with. The Canva app has made available. You can see it has created different sizes, so it has already resized it for you. You don't have to struggle to resize your work. It has size for logo, for business card, and different things, and it has the size for flyers. So it's important to know it. Being a professional, you have to know like what makes up the size, like 210 by 297 millimeters. That's for professionals. So the Canva app makes it easy because it has given all the sizes and what to work or even the different social media, the different sizes for different social media designs. So we'll be looking at flyers. So you click the plus sign, you go scroll over to illustration, and for illustration I said shapes matter. If you want to add a shape, it's very important. You can add a square. So this is a square. You can decide to add some parts of the square based on your discretion. And this square, you can decide to change the color of the square. You can decide to add another shape. Okay, so this is a shape. You can decide to add another shape. You change. Oh no, that's not nice. You change the size of the shape. It does a lot of fantastic things. See this? This is another shape. And if you observe, this shape has 3 colors. So you can decide to change the sides. The color of this shape it has red. That would do. Click on it. This other part of it, I can change it to pink. So you see how you get some designs on flyers. They use different shapes and they change it. That means adding different fun things to your flyers. The Canva app makes that available. Canva app or Canva software. So after working on the shape, what you just do is click on illustration, and different things come up. Globe, different things you can use for your flyer to make your flyer look interesting. They have it available, and then these pictures do not have background. Like it doesn't have that annoying white background, so you don't have to struggle to remove the white background. So that's one interesting thing about the Canva app. The frame is almost like shapes, but then more advanced. So you have different frames from a phone to a television to books, whatever shape or frame you want. Whatever shape or frame you want. Other simple things you can add to your flyers are lines and icon. You can add different icons. You can add different lines, arrows pointing at something. It makes it very interesting. You just need to be creative. You can add different lines. Okay. And then under this illustration, you can add social media icons. You can just type like Facebook. And you see? You can type Instagram. And the interesting thing is that they do not have backgrounds. Like, you don't have to go to Google to type transparent PNG. All these things don't have background. And any other thing you feel you want to add to your flyer, just type it. They might possibly have it. See? You just click it and add it. And another thing that makes your flyer stand out is text. So there are different fonts you can use. There are different styles. It's either you choose these ones, existing ones, or you click on add some text. You see different options of fonts that you can use. And these fonts, you can resize them. Make it bigger, make it smaller. Bigger, smaller. You can also change the color of the fonts. Red, green, pink, purple. And that is it. Various things you can add to you can add pictures to your flyer. Just use your discretion. Flyer, I want to add an illustration, and my illustration can be a frame, so I decide to add, let's say, a picture of the globe. Okay, so I decide to add this to my flyer, but I don't want it to be too obvious. You look at the top right, the 3 dots inside the circle, you click on it, and you click on the box close to it, so you see the word transparency. So I don't want it to be too obvious. You can make it lighter or darker. It brings a uniqueness. You can put so many things under. As you can see, her hand is still showing, but then there's something on top of it. Based on your discretion. See, this is sending a message. So transparency is very important. But I don't want it to be too obvious. You look at the top right, the 3 dots inside the circle, you click on it, and you click on the box close to it, so you see the word transparency. So I don't want it to be too obvious. You can make it lighter or darker. It brings a uniqueness. You can put so many things under. As you can see, her hand is still showing, but then there's something on top of it. Based on your discretion. See, this is sending a message. So transparency is very important.